Hello everyone and welcome to the HMS Icarus, the brand new British Tier 6 destroyer. The British destroyer event is now in its second week and I was lucky enough to get the mission for the Icarus in one of the reward crates for completing the event missions. Let's go straight to the mods. Main armaments 1, damage control 1, aiming systems 1 and steering gears mod 2. I'm using the Burt Dunkirk Captain with Preventive Maintenance, Last Stand, Survivability Expert and Concealment Expert. You can see this is a bonus captain. The green indicates a bonus to these skills. And you can get this captain in the arsenal. It costs 100 sovereigns, which you earn by opening the crates. I'm uploading World of Warships content regularly now to YouTube, so if you want to keep in touch, just follow the on-screen instructions. I've currently played about a dozen games in the Icarus, and my initial reaction is that it feels quite strong, and I say that with the experience of having played almost 4,000 games in destroyers. What stands out in my mind is the maneuverability and tight turning circle of only 540 meters, combined with the ability to barely lose any speed while making sharp turns. And despite the fact it doesn't have a speed boost, using a speed flag will increase your speed to 37.3 knots from the standard 35, which is more than acceptable. HMS Icarus, utilising both camouflage and the concealment expert skill, has a detection range of 6 kilometers. Combined with a 7 kilometer torpedo range, it gives you a small window of 1 kilometer to be able to stealth torpedo, remaining undetected and not alerting your intended target. Icarus' ability to be able to make these sharp turns at high speeds, combined with the excellent stealthy torpedoes that can potentially do over 15,000 damage, will allow you to pull off some really fun and deadly attacks. Always try to stagger your torpedoes when possible to get these floodings, which can do massive damage. These torpedoes have a detection range of only 1.2 kilometers, and even the very agile Scharnhorst sailing head-on is unable to avoid them. You can see the flooding effects as water plumes shooting up over his ship. There's no need to even fire my main guns as he's doomed.
Enemy battleship destroyed!
Whenever you face higher tiers, and that will happen quite often in random battles, seek out a destroyer buddy, preferably a higher tier than yourself, and stay close and provide support as best as you can, be that spotting assistance or fire support. Activate your hydroacoustic search whenever you enter cap zones with enemy destroyers around. The obvious danger is this enemy destroyer, who has put himself in position at the north side of this island. He's probably torpedoed, so I've got my hydro running to alert me to any danger.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
I chose to include this clip because I want to highlight another aspect of the British destroyer's torpedoes. The ability to single fire torpedoes one at a time, allowing you to place incredibly accurate spreads of torpedoes on specific areas. You can see this enemy destroyer sheltering himself in there. You can see the effect a wide spread will have, but he has lodged himself into a very inaccessible position where he feels safe. But using the single fire ability, I can send in an extremely tight and accurate spread of torpedoes.
Smoke generator started.
He senses the danger, attempts to sneak out, but retreats back to his safe zone, and you can see this spread will land directly on top of him. You can clearly see here the difference between both the widespread and the focused single fire torpedoes, as all of the single fire torpedoes are directly on target, allowing you to eliminate incredibly hard to hit targets.
Enemy destroyer blown up. Off to a great start.
At the start of this particular clip, I stressed the importance of finding that destroyer body and staying with them and providing support. We've worked together to remove the enemy destroyer that was contesting the capture point with us, so we can now take Bravo uncontested for our team. So I'm just moving back into position where I can provide close support to my Z-23 teammate in this case. Another enemy destroyer is spotted coming in, so moving directly to get my guns turned on target. My friendly 23 is under fire, so I open fire immediately. And I try to provide as much fire support as possible. We have an incredibly good position as we're both moving away from the enemy fleet to the north, so we can focus this one isolated target. Despite being top tier, the enemy destroyer is unable to withstand our combined firepower for long and is quickly eliminated. This is basic destroyer gameplay. Always gang up when possible, as the lone wolf will never survive long against the pack. And not only do we remove a major threat to our team, but we maintain our top destroyer's health pool, still allowing him to play aggressively and not having to play safe and retreat in low health. This is just a little later in the same match. I've taken advantage of our strong position here. I'm just using the single fire option once again, trying to land some torpedoes on this target camping behind the island there, before returning to my DD buddy in Bravo. I'm caught very much by surprise here by this enemy gallant, who has come in from our spawn area. I'm forced to emergency smoke up here as my guns are still turning, and I need to remove his advantage.
Smoke screen set.
I'm able to get my guns turned and return fire, knocking out his engine, and then setting a fire. He gets undetected, and I can see from my damage counter that he has repaired the fire. Now I've got the upper hand, so it's time to take advantage. I pursue, but he quickly surprises me once again, as I don't expect him to come in so quickly with his repair on cooldown. He misplays this situation badly, and using Icarus's great maneuverability, I can just kite away, avoiding most of his gunfire, and he quickly goes down.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Despite the fact I don't have the basic firing training skill yet, which improves the reload time to 4.5 seconds, these guns still perform really well, and I'm able to outdamage another British Tier 6 destroyer in a close range gunfight due to solid tactics and sound positioning. Even without the superintendent skill, HMS Icarus comes with an abundance of smoke screens. Don't be afraid to use them to give your teammates temporary cover. Improve your situational awareness and provide help to your teammates when possible, as they can be used to give you a tactical advantage in return.
Smoke generator started.
Once again, I want to showcase here how you can create lethal cross-pattern torpedo spreads that are incredibly hard to avoid, even when it comes to agile cruisers like the Leander here.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Proceed and capture that area.
Don't despair when you take a ton of damage and are one shell hit away from a quick return to the port. The Icarus can still have an impact. Use what you can: islands, smoke screens, your own and others. I've shown you how you can create these cross patterns and very accurate torpedo spreads that agile battle cruisers and cruisers have a hard time avoiding. But you can become a nightmare for slower moving battleships. Watch their movements, who they are fighting with. Think how you would move in that position and launch these single fire cross patterns for devastating results. So, you might be thinking I'm just cherry picking moments on how Icarus performs under favourable circumstances. So next I'm including full match highlights of how it can perform when you have multiple aircraft carriers. And everything definitely doesn't go your way. This was a fun match. I'm going to make my way into this capture point as quickly as possible here. I can see my aircraft carriers are sending planes overhead, so hopefully I will get advance warning of any enemy ships coming into the cap zone. Just going to start moving over to the right side here so I can turn away in case of emergency. Okay, I'm detected. Didi has surprised me here from behind the island.
Smoke generator started.
He realizes dangerous situation as well and automatically smokes up as I do.
Smoke screen
Trying to get some
set.
damage on him here. Just gonna reverse out here, as I expect he has surely put torpedoes in the water.
Torpedoes to port.
Open fire on this guy, he's coming in fast at close range. Made a mistake here as I reversed too far out of my smoke screen. He's hit me with armor piercing there and surprisingly done quite a bit of damage. Okay, he's going down, but it has cost me more health than it should have. I'm forced to flee here. Of the 4 enemy destroyers, 3 of them have come into my capture point. I still have 1 friendly DD in there, so I'm going to have to turn back in as quickly as possible, provide some support as best I can. Trying to get some fire on that guy, but he gets undetected. I really do expect some of these one of those enemy destroyers to push in here, but there's nothing on the capture point at the moment.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support. Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
Putting fire on this cruiser, I can see that his engine is knocked out and on fire, so his repairs on cooldown. My
Screen
torps won't
set.
reach him, but I can put some damage on him while he's crippled.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Try and finish this DD quickly, he's very low health. Try and land a shell or two on him. That cruiser is almost dead, and yeah, he goes down. I'll be plane spotted here now also, so I'm going to have to move again quickly. He's moved to the back of the smoke screen there.
Torpedoes astern.
Well, he lands virtually every shell on me there. And that second destroyer is there behind that island as well. The one is full health and the other is very low. He persists in trying to put shells on me and he succeeds. Okay, he's in the open. He gets very lucky there.
Torpedoes to port.
Friendly Knevi manages to get the kill, but eats a torpedo in the process. That's him virtually out of the game. This second enemy destroyer has virtually full HP. Our Knevi will surely go down here. Okay, he's lost his engine. I think I'm overestimating this guy's speed. And finally I can land some shells, as he virtually comes to a standstill for me to do so. And finally we've managed to take this capture point.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
In the meantime we're down 5 ships to 3. The group that initially went to Alpha have buckled and are in full retreat.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
This destroyer is very low, so I can easily finish him off here. Finish him before he gets his guns on
The
me,
enemy
hopefully.
team has taken the lead.
Okay, he goes down.
We've
I'm in a
sunk
very
an
exposed
enemy
spot
destroyer.
now. I'm detected, and I've got planes coming in, and that will keep me spotted. I'll have to smoke up here.
Smoke generator started.
I end up still taking damage from this Pensacola. That DD torped me before he died.
Screen set.
Pensacola still lands shells on me in the smoke, despite the fact I wasn't even shooting him. I'll put this nasty little spread out for him. Detected again here. Time to get moving. These smokes do have a very short duration, but they will get you out of jail. Pensacola, he kept sailing in a straight line, so that's his death
We've
sentence.
destroyed an enemy cruiser.
I'm gonna have to deal with this enemy destroyer, and he's got a Normandy coming in behind him. But I have no choice here. If I don't take him, he's just going to follow me in and take the cap behind me. So I'm going to be forced to deal with him. I'm going to try and get torpedoes on this Normandy before I get detected here. But we're down a ship, we're down 3 caps to 1, and he's already closing. I'm gonna have to smoke up here really quick.
Smoke generator started.
I'm gonna have to use this island here to the south, kite away, try and kill this destroyer and get behind the island. There's his engine gone. Prepared. Engine's out again. He should go down here. Okay, I really have to maneuver away quickly.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
This Normandy will have me lined up.
Air attack.
Okay, I'm very lucky there. I should get undetected pretty quickly now. This Normandy is virtually full health and presents a major issue now. He's managed to evade our aircraft's torpedoes. Put a cross spread on him here, but he's turning rapidly to head away. He's maneuvering. Smoke up here quickly and try and get some fires on this guy. There's one.
Smoke screen set.
Try and actively aim for the stern. Get a fire at the rear of the ship. It's taking a torpedo there. Come on. Okay, there's a second fire.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Now I've got to position myself so I can prevent him taking the cap and try and get closer so I can take C quickly, because the situation is dire. It's a 2-on-4.
The enemy is
They
about
have
to
3
win.
caps. I think the match is lost. The Fuso is very low. If my aircraft carrier can finish that Fuso. This Normandy is bleeding health. I'm going to put more fire in him to decap him. Maybe get another fire would be ideal. He's turning rapidly. And the Fuso, I can see in the distance, has got his guns on me as well. Slow down. Okay, I fooled him the first time. I'm going to have to smoke up here now though.
Smoke generator started.
I really need to get fires on this Normandy now. He's coming for me. Aircraft carrier is keeping him spotted. Okay, there's another fire. I'm going to put a cross spread in front of him. Okay, the Fuso's down. Now we've got a better chance. Put a nasty little spread in front of him. He'll have a hard job, even though he's quite maneuverable. He'll have a hard job avoiding those. And he's about to take torpedoes from our aircraft carrier as well. Oh, he's almost dead. Mine should definitely finish him. Okay, he was unable to avoid them.
Enemy battleship
I think he may have
foundered.
been flooding to death regardless, but we really needed to remove him before he got any more fire on me. Oh, I've got bombers coming in on me here. I've got to move quickly. Oh, I actually managed to shoot down a plane. And I just barely survived here. Anti-aircraft fire is not the strength of the Icarus, so I'm very fortunate to shoot down a plane there. Might have been the one that saved me. Outlook still looks bleak, but we've got a fighting chance here. If our aircraft carrier can manage to spot these enemy carriers and maybe even take out one, I can take this cap and alpha cap and relieve some of the points pressure because they're rapidly approaching 900. It's amazing just the power of being able to stay alive, and we still have a chance here. I'm asking my carrier, does he have any idea what the enemy carriers are, because I don't recall them being spotted at any stage. Okay, there is one on the edge of the map. There's the second one. They're both far out of my gun range at the moment. I'm really torn here. Do I cap? They're already at 922 points. I'm really going to have to cap and kill one of them. 4 minutes. I should be able to close the distance on this Independence. Cap this alpha point, and I should be able to kill this Independence. He's already taking a strike from our aircraft carrier. Let's see what kind of damage he takes. He is on fire. I lost detection there for a second. Oh, he's got a very low detection rate. I really need to set him on fire to bloom his detection radius, or he will escape. The planes are keeping him spotted for the moment. I desperately need to set him on fire. Our planes are now out of range. Okay, there's the fire. His detection radius blooms again. We still have a chance. 960 points. I really need to kill him quickly. They will take a big hit to their points tally and give us a chance to kill the second aircraft carrier. There's a second fire. Oh, this is going to be so close. Oh, and I've lost sight of him. And no more planes in sight. So I made the wrong choice, and it's cost us in the end. I should have diverted for the Bravo cap, and then focused my efforts on killing the carrier. Well, we live and learn. I'm uploading World of Warships content regularly now to YouTube, so if you want to keep in touch, just follow the on-screen instructions.